Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all in between. Had a little technical snafu there,
Well, you'll have that.
and I just choked on coffee. So what's happening?
You know.
Now that I'm 54 and old, saggy bald,
Yeah, you know.
that was pretty funny. But all right. So how was your week?
We clawed through it, man. So speaking of being old, so this guitar building thing, I'm little by little amassing tools, and I bought a DeWalt planer. I think I told you earlier in the week.
Yeah.
And I was a fairly stout fella in my younger days.
Mm-hmm.
So I snatched it out of the back of the truck and carried it up the driveway to the garage, and thought I tugged a little something low. I was like, well, we'll see. Felt fine the next day. After that, downhill, man. I've been back spasms. I think I ripped everything in my back, So
Nice.
typical old man stuff. You still think you can do what you did in your 20s and 30s and 40s. And
yeah, you're totally frozen.
Fantastic.
So all the computers must be online.
Mm.
Yeah, I had the passenger door.
Yeah.
Wasn't closed all the way the other day. So like last Thursday.
Right.
So I reach back in the car, open it, close it, screw up my rotator cuff.
Nice.
Then, of course, there's supposed to be this big friggin' storm coming, right? Mm-hmm. So with the anytime snow or rain comes, it's a pain level goes up.
Yeah.
Pain issues. And so then I was doing something else. I was washing dishes. And I dropped the friggin' sponge and I moved wrong. Dude, yeah. Fucked up my other shoulder blade. So
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing
I know.
with you, man.
I know. I think did I send you the picture? Where does it hurt?
Yeah. Here, like that.
Yeah. Here's something for I'll show the gang here.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, when we were younger, you heard the older guys say it, but
circle, really... where does it hurt? Right. So I had so it was my back, my hip, both my knees, and both my friggin' shoulders and my fucking wrist.
So for you young cats out there, man, listen to this. Don't be dumb like us.
Oh, no, I earned every one of those injuries.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a blast doing it.
Yeah.
So,
well, when you just beat on yourself for 30 years too, it's sooner or later you're going to pay,
Yeah, but once everyone, once they drop the bombs, it's not going to matter anyway. It's not like
well,
unbelievable. What a mess. What
strange
a mess.
Strange things going on, and if you don't get your news in the right places, you don't know
the head of the CDC and the head of the FBI said, "Hey, it came from a lab."
Oh yeah, it's amazing now that all the things we've been saying for 2 years now, coming true.
Yeah, I was telling people at work. I said 2 years ago I was seen as a conspiracy theorist. Now I'm seen as highly educated.
Yeah, well, the CDC also quietly admitted that vitamin D and ivermectin help lessen the,
Right.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Before you couldn't say that. You couldn't mention the word.
Yeah. Exactly. So I started streamage last week.
Yeah.
And so I've got a bunch of episodes under the belt there. Nice. Got a new intro with the same music.
Yeah.
Seems to go a little faster, but I like I'm doing Tulsa King.
Okay. Sly.
Absolutely, yeah. But he's having a blast doing it. It looks like.
Yeah, man.
And it's a Taylor show, so
yeah, he can't lose, man. Old Taylor.
Right.
I'm still digging Mayor of Kingstown. You know.
Yeah, I have 1.5 episodes to catch up on that one.
Yeah.
But
Stallone's unreal, man. That dude's still in such great shape. And what is he?
dude, he's 80 years old.
Is he 80? Jesus, man. Yeah.
And dude, he's in better shape than dudes that are fucking 25,
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And he just, once he gets on the screen, he commands it. So,
Yeah.
but I guess the showrunner left. He was the guy who was the showrunner for Sopranos for season 2 on.
Okay.
But yeah, he said there was too much drama. And his daughter made her acting debut in episode 4, I think. So
Sly's daughter?
Yeah, Sly's daughter did.
Okay.
So the cast is great.
What character is she playing?
She just plays a coffee house barista who's serving her dad, basically.
Yeah.
It's like 4 lines with her dad. But. Yeah, so Tunage is doing well.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh. Our pals down under, right?
Oh yeah, the Australians have been really cool to us, man.
Yeah, we love you.
And definitely dude. Usually I have so my computer freaked out. Usually I have everything set up. Computer freaked out literally 2 minutes before you got on. My computer froze.
Yeah.
And now every time I go to the tabs, because I have 1,700 tabs open at all times.
Sure.
Like 7 of them are YouTube. So now every time I have to go to each one now, because when I go to it, it'll start playing automatically because I had to
Right.
Yeah. But
Oh,
and happy birthday to Rosemary, Rob's wife. It's her birthday.
Yeah.
They're out celebrating this evening.
Good for them. I hope they have a good time.
Absolutely. Go to see what people got to say. Bruce Prose under Soothe Me, Jimmy Barnes and Sam Moore reaction. He said exactly as you said, we've lost something in music. And that is, we've definitely lost. Brendan Crofts commented on Mahalia Barnes and Joe Bonamassa is riding with the king. Australia's version of Aretha Franklin, brilliant. Kirk Gangaway commented, try Jimmy Band's Cold Chisel.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to him eventually.
We gotta get into some Cold Chisel, man, because we love some Jimmy.
Yeah, Kay Davies commented, this is my favorite love song, so real and such amazing feel, emotion, and soul in Jimmy's voice, and that was for Stone Cold.
Absolutely.
Which was said in the description, one of the best love song that we've heard before. Michael Hill comments, great reaction, boys. A must-see is Jimmy and his son David Campbell doing You'll Never Walk Alone. Awesome. All right.
We'll check it out.
We will check it out.
And thanks for the compliments. We like that.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's appreciate it. So we've been doing this for a while. Sometimes, only we're watching, and we appreciate everyone who hits the like, subscribe button. Hit that right now, actually.
And we're not doing that like over the top, like look at me, I'm freaking out.
We're not going negative. Yeah. We may bitch and moan about something, but just shit that 50-year-old men bitch and moan about.
That's right.
Jennifer Hearn said, one of the best live performances I've ever seen. Jimmy is electric. Also, another unique performance is country singer Casey Chambers covering Eminem's Lose Yourself. Playing a banjo.
Wow.
Another one said, what did you expect? She's Jimmy's daughter. The whole family is immensely talented. Jimmy's kids were in a band called the Tin Lids. Mahalia's been singing since she was knee-high to a grasshopper. Angry Gal is another good one of hers. Jimmy does a great version of Mustang Sally, which is worth checking out. And also, which I have, that is a good version. Jimmy does a great version of Mustang Sally, which is worth checking out. And also a couple of pretty awesome duets, Soothe Me with Sam Moore and Simply the Best with Tina Turner. Now, that's where us Americans know him from, is Simply the Best. From back in the day, that was the only,
Yeah. Well, the first time I ever heard him was Good Times with INXS, back in the 80s, right? I mean.
Oh, he wasn't in excess.
No, he did the song "Good Times" with In Excess, though.
Oh, he did. I wasn't a
Yeah.
big fan of them.
Oh, yeah, great tune though.
Petricher said, "Don't forget the in-laws." Serene, peaceful, and relaxing music says, "That's exactly what I was going to say. Yes, there's no mistaking she's Jimmy's daughter." Jason Goldie said, "You need to watch Slow Train. Mahalia and her friends singing backup in that song is unbelievable." Brett Parsons, what's up, Brett? How you doing, brother? Brett is the guy who gave us the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame rant that I read about 3 weeks ago on the show. He says, "Wow, amazing voice. I'm not familiar with the song, but Joe and his band are on fire with the song Barnes with the killer voice." See, we're just not familiar with Jimmy Barnes as, we came up metalheads.
Yeah.
But
we're learning,
he's
though.
not well known unless you're a total music head.
Yeah.
Like all the people who are really into music know who he is.
Yeah.
So it's a surprise. Okay, Jennifer Hearn said, "Another high-powered performance is Walking Up the Road. A collaboration between Mahalia, Jimmy, and Joe. Also, Jimmy and Mahalia have released a duet together, Gonna Take Some Time. And Jimmy's son, David Campbell, have sung together numerous times, notably on You'll Never Walk Alone, very talented family." Well covered, says King's Queen, one of my favorite songs. Okay. Somewhere down the road, you should react to Joe Bonamassa and Beth Hart's cover of Etta James' I'd Rather Go Blind.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah.
Carol K says, "Subbed. Thank you very much."
Yes.
With a laughing emoji and a heart. Let me got a thumbs up from PMR.
Nice.
And let's see.
Yeah, get your friends to help us out. We need some subs, man.
Yeah, so if you could, subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. And we'll never ask you for cash, so just hit subscribe. It helps us out. Okay, Mary Hanahan complimented, "You have to react to a younger rocker, Jimmy Barnes and Cold Chisel, a live version of Wild Thing. It's insane." We've heard a bunch of that about Wild Thing. A bunch of people have commented on that.
Yeah, we got to dive into some Cold Chisel stuff.
Yeah. CreatiVity Talkin. Awesome. I will look forward to that. And you will find that Jimmy and John fans are pretty much the same people, just a lot more to turn into Farnsey. Okay, hold on. So John Farnham. So he's another huge act from Australia. And there was almost a Farnham on next week's tunage, but it'll be in the following week. So we're going to do a whole week of commenter request. So all three of them, not this week, but the following week will be all the ones, some of the ones that you guys are asking. Jimmy, best damn vocalist ever. His rendition of Wild Thing is insane. That's Carol K again. Okay. So Carolyn H was saying, "Awesome. I look forward to that." And the same time, Jimmy and John fans are pretty much the same people. Just a lot more will turn up for Farnsey. LOL. Let's see. Sam and Jimmy, what a brilliant duo. Grew up listening to Jimmy, and yes, remember listening to Sam as a child. Fantastic idea to put them together. The Jimmy and Tina Turner singing Simply the Best, another absolutely brilliant music collab with Aussie and USA. Oh, and John Farnham and all the overseas artists he sung with as well. Dolly Dunnett. Big and long rabbit hole to travel with Jimmy Barnes, she says. From Cold Chisel days in the mid-70s to his solo career, which is still going. Yeah. Mariah BM1. Okay. High Energy. See Jimmy as part of Cold Chisel doing Wild Thing live in the Last Stand concert. Okay, so we'll definitely gonna do.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you love Jimmy and High Energy, please check him out in his band Cold Chisel. Wild Thing again. Michael Hill says, "Great reaction, boys. Must see is Jimmy and his son David Campbell doing You'll Never Walk Alone." Awesome. Thank you, Michael Hill. And if that's Mike Hill from down the street, thank you, brother. If not, welcome to the show. But welcome to the show anyway. Yeah, Tam D, LOL. Like you said, where's this guy been? Stone Cold is my favorite. Try Jimmy's band called Chisel. Yeah, so we're obviously gotta have to check out
Cold Chiseled it is.
Cold Chisel. And yeah, so our subscribers are up, our views are up pretty good. So
Nice.
we thank you, everyone who's coming over from Tunage and now Streamage to check out the Saturday show. And we appreciate it. So yeah, we're on CreatiVity Talkin is now on 5 days a week. Streaming before you're live, or streaming naked. How do you used to say it?
Streaming naked.
David Lee Roth used to say streaming, and something, I don't know, something about streaming live before your very eyes or something. But that's David Lee. But yeah, so my nephew's getting married.
Oh, fantastic.
The oldest is standing up. Yeah, I haven't met her yet.
Okay.
But they live like an hour away, so it's not a convenient,
Yeah.
And so she's from Poland.
Okay.
And so they're getting married here, and then they're getting married in Poland as well.
Wow.
So there's going to be 2. So my son's going over to Poland.
Oh.
He's a Polish prince, by the way. My sons are Polish princes.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
No shit.
Yeah, you ever read the Warsaw Pact?
No.
The Warsaw Pact was a book that you had to read in high school. It's one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And in Illinois, because we have a high Polish population.
Bohawk, capital of the United States, probably, right?
For Bohemian, yeah. And Polish. Like the Polish population here is the largest outside of Poland.
Really?
Yeah. And same with Czechoslovakia. And I believe with the Lugans as well. Loogies.
I've never heard of the Loogies.
Lithuanian.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, we call them Loogies.
Okay.
Or Lugans. But yeah, so he's going to go over there. Yeah, so anyway, so the book, the Warsaw Pact, is about the last royal family in Poland, and it's the Bilicki family. And my wife's mom's maiden name is Bilicki.
Oh, I'll be damned.
So we're in the traveling. So if they're having the Warsaw Pact, what you call it at your local museum, you know how they have traveling things that go around the museums,
right?
Well, the Warsaw Pact is one of them, and if you go down there, you'll see my pretty face and my son's faces as well, and my ex-wife, because we're in the lineage,
nice,
of the thing, because they have a whole family tree thing. But
cool,
yeah. My ex-mother-in-law's uncle actually wound up getting like a castle or something that was taken before the war or some shit.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, and the family collectively owned a Rembrandt that no one's, it's in a vault.
Wow.
And that's the only thing I wanted to do while I was married to her. I'm like, I want to go over there
and see the Rembrandt.
I want to fucking touch the Rembrandt.
Yeah.
But that's that. So who knows if that's even true,
Yeah.
Could be old Uncle Joe just spinning yarn, but
Yeah.
But let's do a little trailer thing here. Sell some merch.
This is Biff Strange, your friendly neighborhood engineer, and I'm here to announce CreatiVity Talkin's merchandise page. Fancy. Check out the designs we got up online there. We've got beanies, t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, and more. Just go to creativity-talkin.myspreadshop.com. Now that's what I call CreatiVity Talkin.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lessen some of the stuff on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. Maybe, who knows?
Right.
But, eventually people start going there and running into people with their merch on. But
be nice.
Yeah, don't forget. Do it now while you got a second. Click the like button, share if you would, and of course, subscribe. All righty. Where are we at? 20 minutes in. Okay. So this is from guitar.com. And it's 10 young blues breakers who are making the blues fun again is the
The
headline.
title.
Yeah, and then it says these hotshot players are lighting up the blues for a new generation. Coming in at number 9. Dude, I am not prepared today. Coming in at number 9, our good buddy
Austin.
Mo.
Nice.
Yeah. So the write-up, let's see here. So the write-up for Austin says, California native Austin Mo is a rare breed. Having first picked up his guitar at 12, Mo elected to forego lessons, moving to teach himself guitar over the next several years to marvelous results. 10 years later, Mo has begun to ingratiate himself among blues circles, imprinting his Gibson Flying V-inspired licks on the psyches of unsuspecting listeners. Mo has been inducted into the Brotherhood of Guitar and has seen his star rise after stand-up performances at Seattle's Gunslinger Contest and Wisconsin's Wilson Center Guitar Festival. Now 22, Mo fronts a trio, the Austin Mo Experience, is signed to Tesla guitarist Frank Hannon's label with an eye toward releasing his full-length debut length soon. No, it's not full length. It's 6 tunes. It's an EP. Got it right here. But so there's some things they missed. But right out for Mo, Austin Mo getting up on the 10 Young Blues Breakers.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Who else is on here? We have Ashley Belsky. We have Austin Mo, Ayla Tesler Mabe, Anthony Collins. He's pretty good. Quinn Sullivan, Cecil Alexander, Jesse Williams. She's pretty good. Marcus King, of course. He just got married, by the way.
Yeah.
Jackie Venson, she's amazing. She'll probably most of these people are going to be on tunage, in the next couple months anyway. And Allie Venable. So these lists are helpful because this is how sometimes I find
new stuff. Yeah.
Top 100 blues albums of 2023. Right. I'll just go through or whatever,
Yeah.
But pretty cool for Austin to get the heads
great
up
dude
on that. Yeah, totally. And a good friend of the show, and he'll be on when his album comes out and to premiere the music video.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Speaking of friends of the show, I see our old pal Jared Chester's been putting some new stuff out here lately too. I don't know if you've caught any of it.
Dude, the guy travels like an animal.
Yeah, he's great though, man.
Dude, everywhere. It's like every day, like he's in another country and like, and I remember traveling a lot, doing entertainment stuff. And dude, traveling sucks.
Yeah.
When you're traveling like that. So I mean, yeah, traveling can be a drag.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to be constantly traveling on tour right now for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At my age, but well, there you go. You were frozen there for a while. All right, so let's talk about Mr. Michael Rhodes.
Mr. Rhodes, what a legend, man.
All right, so you've got his discography handy.
Yeah, I mean, it's we could spend the whole show talking about who he's played with, but I mean, obviously the last couple of years he's been seen, playing with Joe Bonamassa quite a bit.
We featured him on 5 tunage songs already.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he was all the Nashville guys, like the country guys, but John Fogerty, Clint Black, Sean Colvin, he played on A Few Small Repairs, which was, her biggest record. Brent Mason, Jim Messina, Joan Baez, Leanne Rimes,
Jimmy Barnes.
Yeah, Jimmy Barnes, Dixie Chicks, Olivia
Anthony
Newton-John. Yep. Hank Williams Jr., Michael Bolton, I'm skipping over
wasn't
a
he
bunch, too.
Oh
Oh yeah, Michael McDonald. Yeah, did stuff with him.
yeah.
Right. George Strait, Kenny Chesney, Toby Keith, Larry Carlton. And I mean,
It's
on
endless.
and on and on. He was definitely A-list session guy.
Oh, for sure.
So, but
And of course, the article I had. Oh, here it is. Okay. Supergroup member and session player Michael Rhodes has died. So this is from savingcountrymusic.com. I'm not a big country person, so I didn't really mean to slide it that way, but
yeah.
I guess he was big in the country realm before he was, or maybe.
Well, I mean, I think just living in Nashville, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which most people do nowadays. I mean, there's, all the metal guys that live there now. It's really one of the fastest growing music
Right.
towns, So naturally, probably a bulk of his sessions were going to be that type of stuff. But I mean, he basically was all over the map on genres that he, played on. He could do it all.
Check out his gear in this picture.
Yeah, killer Ashdown amps, nice Fender bass.
No,
it
was because I've noticed him when he's been playing with Jimmy Bonamassa, Joe Bonamassa.
Joe, yeah.
And then he also did the thing with Joe and Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, that dude's kind of getting up there in age,
I think he was 69,
he's one of these guys that you see all the time growing up.
Yeah.
Just like the dude who fucking does the percussion, the bald guy. There's only one guy that everyone's thinking of the same fucking guy. There's no, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so there's certain, there's that guy. Then there's the drummer, Kenny
Aronoff.
Yeah. He's on fucking everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but, okay, I'll get back to I got way too many tabs open. Okay. Everybody wanted him on their albums and on their tours, but only the lucky could get him because he was so high in demand. His name was Michael Rhodes, and he was a bass player for countless artists, sessions, and tours over a nearly 50-year span, playing on some 60 gold and platinum albums and racking up 6 ACM awards. Though country was his epicenter, the whole world of music benefited from his experience. If you don't recognize his name from the liner notes of who's who of country artists from the 80s well into the 2000s, you might remember Michael Rhodes is a member of the country music supergroup, the Notorious Cherry Bombs with Rodney Crowell and Vince Gill. Rhodes is also part of Crowell's other backing band, the Cicadas, with Eddie Bayer and others, and played on the Highwaymen recordings. Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know the Highwaymen, right? Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, Willie.
Yeah, I know real country.
Yeah.
I don't know top 40 pop country.
Right.
But all the ugly guys I know. That's what I call it. It's ugly country. People who didn't have a fucking nose job.
Yeah.
But
God bless him, man. He was a great player, and like I said, you don't get to that level.
Yeah.
Of being sought after, for being.
Oh, for sure.
Not the top of your game. So.
And it's going to be interesting to see because really, as far as studio musicians, I mean, that whole thing changed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's ever evolving, as the music business does. Probably not
digital. A lot of it's just programming and.
Yeah, I mean, 60s to the 80s. I mean, those guys. You had the Wrecking Crew in the 60s, and then.
Oh yeah.
80s. You had Lukather and Dan Huff and. Larry Carlton was doing a lot of session work back then, and who else?
Yeah, I mean, like, you can go. There's a great podcast or a YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it, on Sunset Sound.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the stories from there, like Lukather does a 3-hour. He's talking about his stories. And
I love that guy. You know what?
Yeah, he's a trip.
I listen to every interview of his that I can find. I
Yes,
would
so do
love to
I.
hang out with him.
Oh,
I mean,
totally.
if I was a Make-A-Wish kid, I would be like, just give me like a day hanging out with Luke.
Right, and you like he's one of those guys that but you don't know,
Yeah.
Apart from, the band he did with all the other studio musicians,
Mm-hmm. And his
Toto,
stuff with Toto. Yeah.
and I didn't realize how huge Toto was
Oh yeah.
because I'm not a top 40 guy, you know what
And
I mean?
speaking of Monster Session guys, him and Mike Landau were like,
Right.
best friends from childhood. And
Oh, yeah.
him and Eddie Van Halen were tight,
Yeah, he was
for
Eddie's
years
best
and
friend,
yeah.
for sure. And
Yeah.
but yeah, it's interesting. So I've been listening to a bunch of his interviews as well.
Mm-hmm.
But and then let's see, Billy Sheehan broke out for the first time his new bass.
He's got a new one.
Yeah, it's a red acrylic.
Ah,
So it's from their song Red Wine.
well, I'll be
Off the
so still Yamaha, I'm sure, right? He's still endorsed.
new. Don't know. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't know if it's his. I'm sure. Okay, so Austin makes that. Billy Sheehan. All right. So Jason. Dun 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 dun. It's time for Jason's picks. I should get an audio file of like the sound of like a pick and an acoustic guitar being
Yeah, like trying to shake it out, like damn it.
2 picks in there, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But all right, so your pick for the week.
And remind me, what was it again? There it is. Yeah. Yeah, Wizard, Life and Times of Nikola Tesla. Just started it. So far so good. Fascinating guy though, back in the day, we knew the name from the band, and then you kind of tried to figure out who this guy was. This is before the internet, but just one of those like brilliant minds that comes around very infrequently.
Right. See, I was a huge fan of inventors as a kid.
Oh, were you? That's
like
cool.
Thomas Edison. Like I went to the Edison Laboratory in Michigan, and that fascinated me. I loved that people could invent things.
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin, that's where it started with, and then Thomas Edison. So I knew of Tesla from a very young age, and I'm like, why doesn't everyone know about this guy?
Yeah, but like what really blew my mind so far. I mean, like I said, I've barely scratched. I'm just a couple chapters in, so
yeah,
I don't have much to report. But he was actually researching wireless technology.
Yeah, he's the
in the
inventor of
1800s.
wireless technology.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah,
I mean, the things that we have now, like over 100 years later. I mean, that cat was thinking about it then.
Dude, you could literally, you'll get to it when he gets to Colorado Springs and he's doing his experiments out there.
Yeah,
but he was able to send electricity through the ground, and literally you could put a light bulb in the fucking dirt
and it'd light up. Yeah.
So he figured out a way to give everyone free energy. And then there's big business.
Yeah.
So I won't spoil it for you, but
right. And I've sort of heard stories in the past before starting this book that he took a royal screw-in from Edison and others.
Oh yeah.
So that's unfortunate,
and he gave away to the public a lot of his
stuff, right? Yeah.
And then of course, he died dick broke.
Dick broke. That's broke, man. That's real broke.
Big dog.
Yep.
Tail knocked in the dirt. Time and time again. Crashes all I'm worth.
Yeah.
When I was just a young boy, my life was living hell. Anyway, Motley Crue. Tesla. Okay, so he built that tower. Have you gotten to the tower yet? Where he's doing
that yet.
Okay, so there's another show. It's like a 6-part documentary kind of, investigation show.
Yeah.
And they go and they look at everything Tesla. and Nikola Tesla, not Tesla,
Not the band. Yeah.
or the band. And they figured out, now he had a hand in designing this building that he was working at, and they gave him this huge laboratory. It was basically, he had a whole floor, but he had also built like these, like he could go 360 around the building, and it was like a room like 20 feet wide. Like no one knew about certain shit. It's fascinating. But he made the whole building into a huge fucking antenna.
Oh.
And didn't tell anyone. They figured it out.
Yeah.
On the show. They're like, holy shit. So who knows what he was planning, and he never got to do that last experiment. But the theory is, there is a theory. I'm not saying the theory. There is a theory. Was it the Tugunsta incident in Russia? Is that what it's called? Tugunsta?
I don't know.
All those trees were fucking leveled.
Oh yeah.
Some people theorize that was his ray gun, and that's where it fucking landed.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. His weapon that he tested. So
yeah.
Who knows if it is true or not, but
right.
It's still, Tesla's a amazing character.
Yeah.
Like the dude who invented the television. He got fucked hard, dude.
Really?
Because you only have so many years after you have like 17 years before other people can start copying.
Using it, right? Yeah.
Well, dude, he did it like he invented this like right after World War I. And then they couldn't really make them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started the technology was catching up to where they could make it. And then World War II fucking happened. So by the time television sets were being sold, dude, he literally didn't make any money on them.
Ah.
Just because of the timing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're frozen again.
Oh, great.
Hold on a second here. Let's see. Uh-oh. You there?
Yeah, I still see you.
I don't have a picture on you.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Hold on. All right, why don't you try coming back in, Jason?
Okay.
All right. All right. Sorry, we're having technical issues. Jason just needs to get the cord to run to his router. But that's basically what it is. So hopefully next week we'll have that fixed. I told him to get the $10 cord. He bought the $65 one, and that one was the wrong one. But we shall see. So he should be back here momentarily. And so we'll go. So the summary of Nikola Tesla is 1856 to 1943. Created as the inspiration for radio. He invented radio. Marconi stole. Anyway. Credited as the inspiration for radio, robots, and even radar. Has been called the patron saint of modern electricity based on the original material and previously unavailable documents. This acclaimed book is the definitive biography of the man considered by many to be the founding father of modern electrical technology. Among Tesla's creations were the channeling of alternating current, fluorescent and neon lighting, wireless telegraphy, and the giant turbines that harness the power of Niagara Falls. And that is that one there. So what else we got going here? Do we have anything so Rob Halford, this is from blabbermouth.net. Rob Halford states that Ozzy Osbourne made the right call by canceling the tour. Check and see if Jason. Okay. Judas Priest singer Rob Halford has shared his words for support for Ozzy Osbourne following the cancellation of the European tour. basically Ozzy had to cancel a couple of times, and that can get expensive. And so when he canceled the spring tour, Ozzy said in a statement that he was not physically capable of dealing with the grueling travel that touring entails, prompting the media to perceive his comments the end of his touring career. And Halford says about his longtime friend, I can only reinforce that what all of Ozzy's fans, including us and Judas Priest, having said that to him, though, which is that he has done so much for all of us in rock and metal. He's done so much for the fans, and we all know how bad he feels about having to cancel because he lives for those fans. You can see that every time he goes on stage, he's beaming and connecting with everybody. And that's true. That is true. So, hold on a second here. See if Jason's having. There he is. Hello. Oh, that's a lot better.
You see me now?
Oh yeah, and you're not fuzzy. Well, you're a little fuzzy, but
yeah,
that's a lot better.
Yeah, I gotta figure out this Wi-Fi deal.
Raw. Yeah, it's just a cord, dude, and you can just plug it in when you do the show. Plug it in for an hour and then unplug it. 100 feet,
Right.
But yeah, I was just talking about. Halford said that Ozzy made the right call by canceling the tour.
Yeah.
And retiring. I mean, it gets expensive, man. People don't realize.
God. Yeah, crazy.
Oh, well, that tour was a year from now. Yeah, but there's still money involved.
Right.
They probably lost millions of dollars to Ozzy Corp.
Yeah.
From just canceling that tour.
Sure.
Out of pocket.
Oh man, I mean, a lot of the venues. I mean, there's contracts. There could be lawsuits. It's crazy. Yeah.
So,
I mean, the venues don't just go like, oh, okay,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But mm-hmm. So,
so did you you're back to work?
To get 10 inches of fucking snow, dude, and it drizzled. Dude, you have no idea. Like the 2 days before the storm was supposed to hit, dude, traffic sucking balls, and of course I got to go back and forth from downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
And it's, dude, it was like the traffic fucking sucked all day long because everyone's going out and buying bread and toilet paper.
Right.
Like, dude, you guys live in Chicago. It's fucking wintertime. What are you freaking out,
You guys are fucking pros. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
The pollen has popped down here, so that's another season.
Dude, that was hilarious. When you sent me that picture, so he sends me a picture of because I'll tell you what I thought it was, and then he'll tell you what it actually is. So he sends me this picture, and so he's building his guitars and stuff. So okay, so there's lots of different types of finishes you can do, and he's showing me like raw woods and like, oh, here's the inlays for the da-da-da. So I'm like, oh, cool. And I've done a bunch of like videos for electroplating.
Yeah.
Well, you sent me this, and it looks just like the electroplating fucking tank.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, oh, what's he getting to, like, what is it? The hardware the car he's doing or something? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And what is it?
So that's pollen in the water at one of my stops at work. That's the side of my truck because I'm backing into a loading dock. It's like a pit. You have to back down the hill.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So the water from the driveway like ran down and it washed all the pollen down in there, and it was like all, But, people that aren't, I know when I moved down here like 20 years ago, I was
look,
like,
there's a face in the corner.
Right.
See it right there?
Yeah. But it's crazy. When I first moved here, like I said, 20 years ago, I'm like, what the hell is all this shit? And they're like, oh, it's the pollen. I'm like, get out of here. That much?
Right.
Dude, it like covers cars. You put your wipers on and you can't even see out of the windshield. You have to
all the bees are just fucked up from all the pollen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And if you've got allergy problems, do not move to the south, man. You'll die down here.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, allergies.
So anyway, I thought I would share that with you. I didn't know if you were aware of the pollen Pollen
Yeah, I mean,
Mageddon or whatever.
sometimes that happens, but it's not like that, you know.
Yeah, it's insane down here.
But also from blabbermouth.net, Rob Halford on the next Judas Priest album. It's roaring, man. It's on fire. So yeah, they almost have a new album already done.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. That's great, man. They just keep on fucking writing and putting shit out.
Yeah, dudes are like, I love it, man. They're getting up in years. They don't care. It's just what they do.
Right. That's what we do. We're journeymen in metal. I love the way that those guys say metal, you know, because they're so like steadfast on heavy metal.
Yeah.
You know,
They
well,
created
everyone
it.
knows we've been carrying the torch for metal. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh. So Kiss has announced their final show.
Yeah, okay, right. I mean, how many times have we heard that?
No, I think it is. Dude, they can't do it, you know.
Yeah, you think they mean it this time?
Oh, dude, you can tell they're like, come on already, you know. You know what I mean? You know, they're like, look, man, if it wasn't for the plague, we would have been done.
Yeah.
He's like, but we still got the, you know, so.
Well.
So yeah, December 1st and 2nd, Madison Square Garden.
Finishing up in the NYC.
Yeah, finishing up 10 blocks away from their first
where they started.
rehearsal. Yeah.
Nice.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
You know, but yeah, there's going to be a Kiss 2.0.
Yeah.
You know, give it 5 years, but it'll be out there. You know, I already think. Oh, did I tell you my theory on that, or did I say that on the Pat show? It
must have been on the Pat show.
Okay, so here's my theory. Gene Simmons has a solo band, and that solo band also now are the Ace Frehley band. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. So you have these guys that have been playing Kiss songs together for the past 5-6 years. Right?
Yeah.
Well, then you start looking. Like, go on YouTube and check it out. Go check out an Ace Frehley show. There's a guy playing a Les Paul next to Ace. And then there's a guy playing an Ibanez. That would be the Paul part. And then a bass player. So I think the next Kiss is already out playing with the Gene and Ace. And I think those are going to be the other guys.
You're not talking about Richie Scarlett, are you, playing with Ace?
Whoever his band is now. That's Gene. Like, Ace fired his band like 2 years ago. And then you know, Gene Simmons' band went to Ace.
So let me hear how a firing by Ace would have went down.
Hey, don't ask me. It's the manager. No.
I love it, man.
It's what it is.
Come on, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. It's a no-brainer. Gene Simmons. Fuck. I forgot how to do Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
I used to do a really good Gene Simmons there when he had the show on. But, oh well, what do you do? But, yeah, so, I don't know. It would be nice if the original 4 played the last tune.
Yeah, that would be killer.
Even if it's just one song.
Yeah, just to go out on the right note, you know.
You know what I mean? And they play the first song they ever wrote, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But will they do that? I don't know.
Vinny Barbarino.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. Yeah, so next week we've got we're coming up on Tuesday. We got episode 4, Tulsa King, as well as episode 3.
Sure.
And yeah, are you familiar with the band Clutch?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, love
them. Gotcha. Yeah, they're a pretty good band. Also,
Oh,
they
killer.
yeah. I wasn't too familiar with them. I'm familiar with a couple of their albums, and then the company band, which the singer dude, I keep on forgetting his name.
Neil
Yeah.
Fallon, right? Yeah.
So I like his voice. His voice is really good.
It's great. Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of people in that realm that are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I found this band that literally just started their they literally just launched their Facebook page and YouTube. So we're like one of their first 5,
Nice.
whatever, and then they started the Facebook that day. So there's
Sons of Steel. How about that?
The Last Notch. So that might be on this week or it might be next week because there's other ones, but coming up. So on Tunage this week, we will have Red Fang, Prehistoric Dog.
Oh, great band, man.
We will have Clutch, Electric Worry. And for Jason's birthday, Mississippi Queen.
Ah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you don't know who Joyce Wolf is, go look them up right now because that dude is, he's like the bastard child of David Lee Roth and Tina Turner.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That kid did not stay still in school one bit. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, he's got that kinetic energy thing going.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And as we all get older, sometimes we get a little bummed out. So some people fall in depression. They don't know who to talk to. If you need to talk to somebody, pick up the phone at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8252. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Or you could text 988, and that's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Someone will get back to you immediately. Reach out. We know it's the hardest thing to do is to say, hey, man, I need help. But you can do it. And everyone's hoping you would. Anyway, moving on. Mm-hmm. And, of course, you can see us every Saturday like a motherfucker.
God rest his soul, man.
Yeah, that's all.
Old Georgie.
And today in the Soda Report.
Oh, man, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah. Not him and his wife just celebrated their 11th anniversary.
Nice.
So congratulations, you guys. And yeah, I think I'm going to have to cook up. We're going to have to do a Jeff Scott Soto fucking full on go through his whole.
His bio.
Yeah, it's
bio
amazing.
And discography.
Yeah, he's like, the singer version of the guy that, we're talking about today, Michael.
Yeah.
You start looking at all his credits and you're like, Jesus Christ. Who haven't you fucking played?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's not a bad thing.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so go look him up, singing with Journey. That's interesting. Different.
And Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yeah. Dude, what a weird. Yeah, there was some. Oh, that was in the news. Shit. Basically, he was like, dude, why is Yngwie still bringing up, Yeah, and he basically said, oh yeah, because Yngwie was saying, the problem with singers. And like basically he's like, yeah, you haven't gotten any better in singing in decades, dude. And he's like, why you keep it, he's like, dude, what do you? But yeah, he got a hard bone on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that must be weird to have another dude doing a live performance video to your vocal.
Right.
Like how uncomfortable had that had to be really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway.
Old Jeff, we love you, man.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I was actually just listening to that before. That's why it started playing.
I hope he doesn't think we're like stalking teenagers or something.
No.
No,
we're just it's just weird, dude. Like he should be,
Yeah, he should be a big star, man.
And
he is to us.
Yeah, happenstance,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had to get some smart water.
Oh, you're on the smart water tonight, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's because you paid the fiddler last night.
Yeah, well, I had 3 drinks.
So send a plug out to your poison of choice last night.
Oh, Lineage. Texas whiskey. But yeah, so no, I didn't drink that whole fight,
Yeah.
No, that wasn't. But yeah. Little bit hurting.
Well,
woke up this morning, I'm like, why is it so hot in here?
I'm sweating. You know what? It happens, man. Like, again, me with my back injury.
Yeah.
Get to our age, you still think you can do it like you used to, and sometimes you can't.
No, you can't, man.
Yeah.
You're not.
You can try, but you're going to pay.
Not 40 anymore.
You're going to pay.
Yep. I just go, that's a big old fuck no.
Negatory.
Yeah. This guy's like, he's like, yeah, so just take this. And it was metal pipe, fucking 14 feet long, filled with cement. And he's like, yeah, just throw this over your shoulder, bring it over. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like, fuck you. I mean, fucking get the fuck out,
Yeah.
Later, I'm like, I literally quit.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you. If you're gonna have, that is the first. No.
Yeah. Was he like, as you were leaving, was like, you fucking pussy? I mean, did he like heckle you or anything?
I don't even remember. He might have. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm like, no, dude. There's no workman's comp here. You guys are a bunch of fucking alcoholics. I'm gonna get hurt because of you fuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Picture that like a movie scene. Like you're like, and he's like, yeah, get out of here, you know.
Oh man, fuck that. After getting hurt on a job bad, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Because if they're gonna slip on that shit, they expect a lot more.
Right.
And that's not the way I operate,
Right.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, because you knew that someday you'd have to save the world from extraterrestrials.
That's right.
And you needed a good, strong back to do that.
Yeah, maybe that's when they put the implant in me.
Or you put it in them, as it were.
Yeah. V meets the aliens. He was the last thing they expected.
Dude, someday we're gonna find time to write that screenplay. We have to. Before I die, it has to be done.
Nice.
I wake up thinking about it sometimes. I can picture it. And then George, the hologram of George is your Obi-Wan Kenobi giving you like advice. Well, now Vince, those grays are some nasty bastards.
Uh-huh.
You gotta watch your back, Vince.
Right. Vance. Okay, so we're gonna do I'm gonna do a little trailer improv. All right, here you go. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. V meets the aliens. He was the last thing they expected. Hey, jagoffs! Oh shit! What?
Oh, it'd be such a good. I mean, dude, they just did like Cocaine Bear, right? That just came
Right.
out. So it's time. V meets the aliens.
Oh, dude, that would be
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Yep.
That would be funny. Because in Prophets of Chevelle, there's a scene where some people meet some zombies.
Ah,
Or are they?
right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, V meets the aliens one day.
Someday.
One day. Or it could even be this. It could even get worse. It could be done by this dude.
The Book of Vito Bupkis.
Hey everybody, it's your pal Vito. In this book, I talk about subjects people seem to get their panties in a wad over. I mean, who would have thunk? Gay fucking marriage, common fucking sense, garage fucking sales. But hey, what do I know? Guaranteed to offend, and it's available now at vincentcustos.com. And, you can get it there.
The Book of Vito Bupkis.
So order yours today, or else.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So what you got going on this week?
Just more work.
Work.
That's it. Never ends.
Oh, where's the acoustic? Do you have it?
The arch top, the old one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's out in the other room. You want me to grab it?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
We just bought this acoustic guitar. It's really cool. And we like guitars on this show. And it's always fun. You find some good stuff. All right.
Yeah, there it is. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Nice. So tell people what that is right there.
Yeah, this is a. It's as best I can estimate, probably a late 40s. K Silvertone Aristocrat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fancy.
So it's I mean it's old. It's got
That's a badass guitar, man.
yeah, I mean it's got a body crack on the top here I have to repair and
Yeah.
but it just smells good, man. It smells old,
Right.
Binding all the way around. It's fantastic, I mean, and they're not that expensive, but they're cool,
Right.
So yeah, this turned up on Marketplace in my town, and it just had the mojo. And I called the guy, and turns out he worked 2.5, 3 miles from my job, so it worked out. I just went down there and
Nice.
picked it up, and off I went. So
Nice.
yeah, and then I've got a couple cool things this month. I got that, and then I got that really killer 1975 Yamaha G100 amp too. Been wanting one of those for a while, and it turned up. It's a one owner. Guy bought it brand new in 75, and it was like 30, 40 minutes up the road.
Really?
Yeah. So Sally bought that for me for my birthday. She went up there and picked it up, and it was
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
I want gifts like that.
Yeah. I love gifts of gear.
Gifts of gear.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am a bona fide gear whore.
Gahor!
Gahor.
Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, James Hetfield is gonna act in a Western thriller.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's been in a couple other movies too. or at least one movie I know about. Played a cop. Only it was like, you know, a couple of scenes or whatever. But you know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I'm all for it, but whatever.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on musicians who act?
I think very seldom does it really come off great.
Okay.
I think, you know, now for instance, Tim McGraw, the country guy,
Yeah.
that you know, I felt like he pulled it off well in
Dude,
1884.
he did great acting in
Yeah. So
1883.
yeah, I think like if they have the natural talent for it, then fine.
Right.
But they need to have the ability to make you forget that they are that singer. You know what I mean? They need to be able
Right,
to
right.
get into the role. You know, but you get some of the other ones that do it, and it's like, oh, there's, you know, insert name, just
Right.
trying to get his mug in a movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it shows. So, I mean, I think it's fine if they have the talent. It sucks if they don't. You know.
Yeah,
So
that's for sure.
yeah.
Not every movie could be The Gambler.
Right, with Kenny. Oh, Kenny.
On a warm summer's evening.
A train bound for nowhere, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great song, man.
Oh, it is.
But all right, let's wrap it up. Next week
Yeah.
we'll have a guest on, and or we're gonna have a few guests. If it works out, we're gonna have a few guests from a few musicians who are in tribute acts, and they also have their own bands. And they're going to talk about playing originals versus making money.
Mm.
You
Right. We
know
know
what I
that
mean?
though.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but so, and it's a little bit, you know, in and out of our genre. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But cool guy anyway. But all right, man. That's all I got. How about you?
Yeah. That's it.
All right. All right, folks. We'll see you next Saturday as usual, and we'll see you every WTH with the tunage, and on Tuesdays we'll have streamage, and that makes 5 days a week. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hit the subscribe button, and we will see you next time.